Hello my lovely and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you 6 simple tips for journaling. Whether you're a beginner or not, these are all very practical tips to help you journal in a consistent but easy way. In previous videos, I have shared with you the benefits of journaling. I've even done some guided live journaling sessions, so make sure to check out that playlist right here. But in today's video, I want to share with you some simple tips to get you started if you're not sure where to start and if you're feeling overwhelmed. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Seppi and I share with you simple and practical tips to help you live a happier and more meaningful life. And that always starts with your habits. And journaling is definitely one of those habits that will help you cultivate a happier and more positive mindset. So if you're ready, let's just jump right into the video. The first tip that I have for you is to start simple. Whether we're talking about the habit of journaling or any other habit that you're trying to cultivate in your life, you always want to keep it as simple as possible, especially at the beginning, because this will help you not only stay consistent, but it will help you not feel as overwhelmed when you're trying to make changes in your life. It will be incremental changes. So what does it mean to start simple when it comes to journaling specifically? I recommend that you start using one single journal prompt every single day until you start feeling more comfortable with the process of journaling. When you start a new habit, it might feel uncomfortable. So with journaling, you might not be sure if you're answering the right way. You might not be sure if you're journaling long enough. You might not be sure if you're doing it right, or it might just feel uncomfortable, and that's totally normal. So to help you get familiar with the process of journaling, to help you get familiar with tapping into yourself and tuning in and writing out answers, start with using just one single journal prompt every single day for a little while until you start feeling more comfortable with the process of journaling. And what I actually recommend is, if you're really a beginner and you've never actually journaled, is to start with gratitude journaling. And that's very simple. Every single day, preferably in the morning, you sit down and you write down 3 things you're grateful for and why. Not only will this be an easy way for you to jump into journaling and to practice it, but you will immediately feel the benefits of it, because gratitude journaling will help you cultivate a happier and more positive mindset that you will feel the benefits of throughout the day and the week as you practice journaling more consistently. I also want you to keep it simple by keeping your journaling sessions short, especially if you're just getting started. You can't expect yourself to journal every single day for an hour, because no one has time for that, not even me. You can do that once in a while you're doing your monthly self-reflection, for example, but to get you started, 5-10 minutes every single day, and even with that amount of time, you will start feeling the benefits, because it's going to be a tool for you to cultivate a happier mindset, for you to feel more positive, for you to process your emotions and your thoughts in a simple and easy way. So keep it short, 5-10 minutes, and to get you started, just use one single journal prompt every single day to stay consistent. If you want to start journaling and you want free resources, I do have a journaling resource library that includes free worksheets as well as the audio guide that goes with them. That way, it's not you just sitting down and trying to figure out what to write, but you get the journal prompt and you get the guide, the audio guide that goes along with it. That way, it's like I'm sitting there with you, journaling alongside you, coaching you, guiding you, and asking you more prompts to help you get started and to get you more comfortable with the process of journaling. The journal resource library includes morning and evening journaling. So if you want to get started with your daily journaling, make sure to check the link in the description box to access my free journaling resource library. Tip number 2 is to make it simple. Before you even start journaling, I want you to think about the whole process. I want you to prepare yourself. When are you going to journal? What prompt are you going to use? Do you have a physical journal that you want to use, or are you going to use your iPad or your tablet, for example? Where are you going to journal? Between what time and what time? Set yourself up for success by planning things out ahead of time before you even implement the habit of journaling. Once you have it all organized, set yourself up. If you're going to journal every single morning in your dining room, in your living room, make sure that your journal is ready, your pen is ready, your prompt is ready. That way, when it comes time for you to wake up and do your journaling, everything is already set up. It's simple. It's easy for you to sit down and actually practice the habit of journaling. Likewise, if you decide that you want to journal at the end of the day, in the evening, in bed, leave your journal in your bedside table with a pen and the journal prompt that you're going to use. Whether we're talking about journaling or any other habit, if you want to stay consistent, if you want to practice it consistently, you have to make it as simple as possible and to remove any obstacles that hold you back from actually sitting down and doing the actual habit itself. So that requires you to think a little bit. What are the things that are holding you back from doing journaling? What are the things that are stopping you? Do you forget to journal? Maybe you can set a reminder on your phone. So you have to think, what can I do to make it as simple as I can for myself, to set myself up, to prepare a space for myself and a reminder for me to actually journal every single day. Tip number 3 for journaling for beginners is to focus and remove any distractions. Especially if you're not used to journaling, it can feel a bit uncomfortable because you have to learn how to pause and how to check in with yourself, how to tune in with your thoughts, your emotions, and your heart. And for you to be able to do that, you have to have space to be able to do that. If you join me in any of my live journaling sessions that I've done on Instagram, then you know that I always like to start any journaling practice, any journaling session by taking a few deep breaths and just checking in with my body, my mind, and my heart. I encourage you to do the same. Before you sit down and answer any of the questions, any of the prompts, or whatever journal prompt you decide to do, I want you to make sure to just arrive in the moment and to just sit down and just be. The whole point of journaling is for you to cultivate mindfulness, for you to check in with yourself, for you to tune into your mind, into your heart, to see what's going on inside and to put it onto paper. That way you can analyze it, reflect, and think about what is going on. What am I feeling? What am I experiencing? I also want you to remove any distractions. If you can, go in a space where it's quiet, where you're not distracted. Set the mood, turn the lights off, make it quiet, or if it's in the morning, grab your cup of coffee and sit down and do your journaling. Make it an enjoyable experience. That way it just feels like quiet time. It feels like a quiet moment for you to be with yourself, be with your thoughts, be with your emotions. Remove distractions by putting your phone away. If you want to put quiet music, that's fine, but just make sure you're not leaving your phone in a place where you can constantly reach for it. So if you want to make sure that you stay consistent and you stay diligent with those 5-10 minutes, just make sure that you focus, you arrive in the present moment, and you remove any distractions and you just focus for those 5-10 minutes on your journal prompt. Tip number 4, if you want to journal consistently, is to make sure that you're picking a time of the day that makes the most sense for you, for your schedule, and for the type of journaling that you're doing. So if you're just using a simple journal prompt, any time of the day can work, morning or evening. With gratitude journaling, I like doing it better in the morning because it sets the tone for the rest of the day. But as you're thinking about cultivating the habit of journaling, I want you to start thinking about when does it make the most sense in your day. If you want to be consistent with your habit, it has to also fit into your lifestyle. We want to keep it simple, we want to keep it consistent, and that means that you have to have some thought, some planning before you actually sit down to journal. So think about, when do you think that you will have the time, the mental space, and the energy to sit down and journal? Maybe at the end of the day, you're going to be too tired. Maybe by the time you're actually ready to get into bed, you're too tired, so you want to maybe journal a bit earlier in the evening. Maybe you're a morning person, so maybe morning is the best time to journal. So make sure you just schedule your journaling at a time of day that makes the most sense, and when you have decided on when you're going to journal, schedule it. What does that mean? That means putting it in your planner, in your phone as a reminder, in your iCalendar, whatever it is, schedule it. Between 8 and 8:10 in the morning, you're going to journal, or 9 p.m. to 9:10 p.m. is your time slot to do your evening journaling. If you schedule something, it is more likely to happen. Not only will you have the reminder, but it feels like you're making an appointment for yourself, with yourself, for yourself, because you want to show up for yourself in your life, to do all these small intentional habits to create space, mindfulness, and happiness in your life. And as a bonus tip, I'm going to get a bit more specific. Like I mentioned, set a reminder on your phone. If you use a weekly planner, make sure to add somewhere visible that you want to be journaling every single day. If you decide on the time of day you want to be journaling, make sure that it's very specific when you want to journal, and then check that off. Use a habit tracker for you to see, were you able to stay consistent with journaling this week, this month. The more you do it, the easier it will be to be consistent, but you have to get that momentum going, you have to get the traction going, and you have to pay attention. What are the things that help you stay consistent with a habit and with journaling? You maybe want to get a journaling buddy, maybe your sister or your best friend, you want to start journaling together, and you just keep each other accountable. Every single morning after you journal, you just text message each other a heart emoji or done, and you just make sure that you keep each other accountable for journaling. Just pay attention to the things that will make you stay consistent and to keep it simple for you to journal consistently every single day. Tip number 5, if you're a beginner at journaling or you haven't been able to stay consistent, is to simply follow prompts. So when you're starting a new habit, especially when it comes to journaling, it can feel a little bit overwhelming and uncomfortable, like I mentioned before. It might feel like a little bit of a Dear Diary moment. What am I writing? What do I write? Am I writing the right thing? Am I writing long enough? All these questions can feel overwhelming and might be a deterrent for you to actually start journaling. So if you've been wanting to journal and you haven't been able to stay consistent, or you don't even know where to start, just follow prompts. Keep it simple for yourself. Don't overthink it. Choose the prompt that you want to use every single day, whether it's gratitude journaling, whether it's a midday check-in, whether it's the end of the day self-reflection. Whatever it is, just keep it simple for yourself and follow prompts. With time, as you practice, as you get more comfortable with journaling, you might be able to do freehand a lot more easily. But to get you started, just follow prompts and keep it simple for yourself. If you want more guided journal prompts to help you walk you through the prompt itself, so it's not just a question, it's additional questions after that main question, then make sure to check out my journaling worksheet, 100 journal prompts, guided journal prompts. That way you can challenge yourself for 100 days. You do one journal prompt every single day. That way you get more comfortable with the process of journaling, and you don't even have to think about what journal prompt to answer. You just sit down with your journal, your pen, at the allotted time of the day where you decide where you're going to journal, and you just sit down and you answer the prompt for 5-10 minutes every single day. Tip number 6, if you want to stay consistent with the habit of journaling, is to actually notice the benefits of it. With any habit that you're trying to incorporate in your daily life, what's going to help you stay motivated and stay consistent is for you to see progress, is for you to feel better, because ultimately, when we're trying to cultivate a new habit or we're trying to do something or change something in our life, it's because we want to feel better. So with the habit of journaling, I want you to start paying attention. How are you feeling? How are you feeling after your journaling session? How are you feeling on the days where you start with your gratitude journaling, for example? Do you notice a difference? Is it easier for you to check back in with yourself and to be more mindful and aware of how you're feeling? I want you to start paying attention to the subtle differences that with time will accumulate and will help you feel a lot more happier and a lot more aware and a lot more positive and a lot more mindful and present in your life and with yourself. A bonus tip with that as well is to track your progress. If you commit to doing consistent journaling every single day for a month, let's say, I want you to track your progress. I want you to check off every single day that you did journal, and for a moment when you do track that, when you do sit down at the end of the day to see, did I journal today, yes or no, to think and reflect, how do I feel about it? Do I feel better? How do I feel this week? It's been 7 days. Do I notice a difference in my everyday life? Start paying attention to the benefits of journaling, because how you feel, the benefits you experience from journaling is what's going to keep you motivated and keep you consistent to keep going with the habit of journaling. If you want to download your free 30-day habit tracker, make sure to check the link in the description box. The free journaling resource library also includes a free habit tracker to help you stay consistent with your journaling habits. Now it is your turn. I have given you all the tips to get you started, to get you going, and to stay consistent with the habit of journaling. I want you to take a few moments right now, build on the momentum and the inspiration, the excitement, hopefully, that you got from this video, to sit down and plan out your journaling habit. Go through the different tips and the different items that I mentioned and try to plan out your journaling habit for the next month or so. As well, make sure to check out the link in the description box for the free journaling resource library. There's additional tools and resources and tips there as well. And make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, because in my next video, I'm going to do a guided journaling session with a few journal prompts for you to sit down for 5-10 minutes. We're going to sit down together and I'm going to guide you through some journal prompts to help you get going. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe like I mentioned because it really helps support my channel, and I'm sending you a lot of love. Bye for now.